Hey gun nuts, how you guys doing? Welcome back to Homeboy Tactical and Sporting. I have a historic gun I want to show you guys today. As you can see, it's a 1911. This is the Rock Island Armory 1911 A1. I have here in the case. As you can see, it's got a very nice plastic hard case. It's got two locking ports here that slide open. You can put a lock through these to keep the gun safe in storage. And let's go ahead and get this bad boy out. Now, if you're a gun enthusiast, or if you're a gun guy or gun girl, this is a gun that you have a lot of respect for. It was our military's gun from 1911. From 1911 until about 1985, when the military switched over to the 9mm Beretta. This particular Rock Island does come with one 8-round magazine. I do have an extra GI surplus magazine here that will work with the gun. A lot of 1911s won't accept some magazines, so we'll talk about this gun here. This is going to be our What's It All About review of the Rock Island 1911. So let's go ahead and get started on this thing here for you guys. Oops. Get that out here. All right. Now, the 1911 is one of those guns where even if you don't really shoot it a lot, or if you don't own one, you have a lot of respect for the gun just because of its military service. A lot of older gentlemen that I talk to about firearms, when you're out and about and you're talking to people and they feel comfortable with you and they'll let you know, hey, I'm carrying. A lot of the older guys that I meet will be carrying a 1911. This gun varies in price and quality. This is a Rock Island gun. Rock Island started making their guns in about the 1800s, and they were making them out of the Philippines. So after the war and everything happened, and the Japanese invaded, they had to shut down production, and then a company called Arms Corp came in and they took over and bought Rock Island out, but they kept the name because it was a popular name. And they began to produce this gun, but they produce it at a budget price. It's still a quality firearm. The 1911 is beyond its advancements. It's one of those guns that just works. You know what I mean? It's been duplicated by numerous companies. You can find them in all chromed out. This is a Parkerized finish. It's kind of a dull, no frills finish. Even if you scratch it up or mark it up, you can just polish it out and she's back to that dull, matte, kind of non-reflective surface. Now, this gun has been modified a little bit. The owner of it's a friend of mine. He put in this dovetail. Okay. And then also this skeletonized trigger, skeletonized hammer, and then also a skeletonized trigger here. You can see they're a different finish from the actual gun. Now, the barrel is an original. That's how the barrel comes in this gun. It does have rear cock insertions, none in the front. Some of the newer ones do. Some of the newer ones have Picatinny rails. A lot of tactical units still use this gun. 8-round metal case magazine, so 8 rounds, one in the pipe. A lot of you gun guys, if you ever heard the term cocked and locked, what that means is you put the magazine in, you rack the slide, and then what you can do is the hammer's in an up position, and if you don't feel safe with that, they lock it. So it's cocked and locked, and the gun will not fire. And like I said, a lot of older guys that you meet, and when they feel comfortable with you, like, okay, this guy is a gun guy, I'm a gun guy, they'll let you know, yeah, I got my cocked and locked right here. And, and I love it. I mean, this is one of the guns that if you're a real gun guy and you have a little bit of a collection, you got one of these somewhere in your collection. Or you have a lot of respect for this gun, as you should, because it's earned its respect. It does shoot very, very well. I want to take it out and do a good less talking, more shooting video on this gun. And I'll definitely do that for you guys. Also, what I like about this gun is it's got a certain amount of class to it. You know what I mean? The wooden handles kind of set it off from that kind of dull, parkerized finish. You know, you've got this nice wood. It's not very textured or anything. This is a GI sized or series gun. The first time I had ever seen a 1911 is my brother. My brother's quite a bit older than I am. I came along kind of late, and my brother was already in the Marine Corps, and he had gotten some rank on him and everything, and he carried a 1911. So my brother was just always that cool guy to me. You know what I mean? It's my oldest brother, I should say. He's always been that guy that's just that cool. You know what I mean? He drove a cool car. He used to wear driving gloves, and you know, he had all the ladies. I was like, man, you know, my brother that's the man right there. And then in the 80s, Eddie Murphy had a movie, Beverly Hills Cop, and he carried a 1911. And Eddie Murphy was like larger than life at that time. So when I saw that Eddie Murphy carried this gun and my brother also carried this gun, it just put my brother's coolness on that much of a bigger level to me. Like, you know, my brother's like bigger than Eddie Murphy in my eyes, you know, because he's my brother and he carries a 1911. I didn't know what was a 1911. I just knew it was a 45. But as I became a gun guy myself, and my brother still to this day has his 1911. He does not really carry it that much. I've been trying to get him to let me hold on to it and shoot it and take it out. I've even tried to switch him over to Glock, and he's not having it. 1911 is his baby. So as you can see, the surplus GI mag does fit no problem into the gun. The grip angles on 1911s is just it's what it's supposed to be. I mean, if you've ever held one in your hand, you know, and then you go pick up a Glock or one of these other newer guns, you can tell some of the contouring on some of the newer guns. They've tried to kind of improve on the grip, but that's the magazine that comes with the gun. But the 1911 grip is just, it is what it is. I mean, it's hard to improve upon. Now, there's really not too many other guns other than the Glock that have tremendous aftermarket support as this gun does. I mean, they've got where you can change these grip panels out, you can change the sights out. As you can see, this gun has the modified trigger and the hammer and the dovetail. You can change those things out. It's not a very ambidextrous gun, so if you're a left-handed shooter, you probably can find them on the market nowadays where you can get your controls on both sides of the gun. But this one, standard GI model, only has the controls on the left side of the gun for a right-handed shooter. I think somebody's in my house. Inside the magazine, hopefully you guys can see that. Inside the magazine well, I'm sorry. There's a beveling right here that aids in speed reloading of the magazine. God, I hope that's a good angle for you guys to see it. But that beveling helps you out in reloading magazines here in the gun. So definitely, if you get a chance to go to a gun range and you can rent one, rent a 1911. I think this gun retailed for about, I want to say he paid about something between $400 and $500. Very inexpensive for a quality gun like this. You can find them for upwards of $1,200 and more, depending on the finish on it, the quality of the maker. You know, so many companies make this gun. Colt, God, you name it in there. Springfield Armory, Kimber is one of the higher end quality guns. I know the LA SWAT team used to hold, or they may still use them, the Kimbers, as their sidearm, and they shoot the potent 45 caliber ACP round. It's not a joke. So thank you guys for watching. Please leave me some comments. Check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Again, leave me some comments, like my videos, share my videos, and subscribe. And as always, God bless you, and thanks for watching, and happy shooting.